You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we also print that and that?
21 years in prison for a crime that was made up. Put the picture up, full mass. Damn shame. 49-year-old Ralph Blaine. Mr. Blaine, Ralph Blaine Smith of Ohio, spent 21 years in prison for an alleged crime that might not have even occurred. He was awarded $1.3 million from the state last month following a wrongful conviction claim. I'm going to give you background. He always maintained his innocence, so when his case was re-examined, prosecutors could not support with hard evidence the claims, the alleged crime he was in prison for. Let me give you the lawsuit. Smith's life took a turn on February 2nd, 2000, when a home in Powerinc, Ohio was allegedly robbed in a home invasion. The residents of the home described the alleged armed robbers as black males wearing hats or hoods and masks which concealed their faces below their eyes. The men asked the residents where their safe was and were told it was in the basement. Rudolph Rudy Valentino Stefantis and his wife Tricia were allegedly held at gunpoint as they made their way to the basement. The intruders allegedly stole $11,000 to $12,000 in cash, an unspecified number of rare comic books worth $4,000 to $6,500 worth of jewelry and cell phones. So after about 15 to 20 minutes, the intruders left the home. This is all part of their narrative. And the family went to a nearby relative's home to call the police. One responding officer had an initial impression. He doubted the veracity of the story, okay? He doubted it. Despite fresh snowfall on the ground, I want you to hear this. Despite fresh snowfall on the ground, which should have shown the robbers' footprints and their vehicle tire tracks, no footprints or tracks were present. Smith's lawsuit document described one officer was writing in his report. The police reports also indicate the house was largely undisturbed. The following day, the couple reportedly then gave a vague and contradicting description of the two robbers. They also failed to give a satisfactory sketch of the robbers or described the face coverings worn by the alleged intruders. They literally were getting the story wrong. Let's put it up. So you're looking at David Silvernail, a detective on the case, interviewed Dana Rowe, a person Rudy initially listed as a possible suspect, right? Rowe reportedly was shaking during the interview after being named a possible suspect. Rudy later told Silvernail he was certain of Rowe's involvement. But what's happening so far? There's an actual investigation. There's something that even the police are saying, we really don't believe this happened. We should probably be arresting them for filing a false report. But they don't. They continue with this investigation. And then a question is posed. Well, who do you think would do this to you? Sensing that they may be under suspicion themselves, they throw this individual at them. Oh, it's this person. You see, he's black. All right, that's all we need. Police get the information. Here's what happened. Smith's attorney accused Silvernail of failing to follow up, investigating Rowe after the interview. Meanwhile, Rowe was friends with Smith's former girlfriend, Mary Office, who implicated Smith to the couple as the culprit of the robbery. That's according to Smith's lawsuit. All right, all this is in writing. As the investigation continued, the detective showed the victims a photo of Smith because the victims admitted they never saw him prior to their grand jury testimony, and no other evidence linked him to the case. The victim's eyewitness identification of Smith led to a grand jury indicting him on 2 counts of aggravated robbery, 2 counts of kidnapping and 1 count of theft. And he was sentenced to damn near 70 years in prison. Smith was the only one tried, despite 2 alleged intruders invading the home.
You hear me? How can they do us how they do us? I don't know if you heard me at first, but this is a self-help program that I'm building and I'm organizing for rebuilding self-healing. I'll bring you the news, speak on the issues to give you the solution from my perspective. The main solution, the main direction we need to be setting, reprogramming ourselves. And we got to look back to how they did this. You know, they took our identity and capturing us, dividing us. They took our culture from us, dehumanized us, enslaved us. Then you got after that, we fought for our freedom. And then, of course, we was eager and hungry just to live life somewhat normal and provide for ourselves, you know. But the minute we was free from slavery, we was busy trying to just rebuild ourselves as people, financially and just, you'll think somewhat mentally, but I believe, I know for a fact we didn't do that. You don't hear nobody talking about a rebuilding period for the African people, the enslaved people that was wrongfully done to, reparations, so we can actually have a rebuilding period. They were still doing it the minute they released us or we fought for our freedom. They was intentionally, as you know, capturing us, lynching us, kidnapping us all over again, and lynching us all across the darn country. And the minute we actually built something up, they had a race massacre everywhere. Tulsa, Oklahoma happened everywhere. Rosewood, St. Louis, Chicago, DC, you name it. Every city where we was doing good at, man, going up the ladder, we was slaughtered and knocked down that ladder. You know, the minute we rise up, they knock us down. You know, how the 2 leaders that we had, or 3, can't forget about Marcus Garvey. And we can't even forget about Harriet Tubman and so many in between. You know, we have some very beautiful, strong people that stood up for us as people. But this is how we get took advantage of, how they can wrongfully put a man behind bars for 21 years for a made-up crime. They intentionally just made it up to put him in jail. This could have been me. This can be anybody. This is how they take advantage of us. You know, they done programmed us so well where we stay content and stay in our place as people. We so programmed, we choose to be divided. It's sad. It's very sad because we just don't see it. We so content just chasing the bag, which I understand to a certain extent because we so programmed from what we've been through as people. So we just want to wear nice clothes and just want to live in peace and have money and wealth. But if we have all that, we still have no respect and we still united and we have no defense system. And we're not protected. And if we was united as a group of people, we better look out for each other. We have a system for us. If something wrong getting done wrong to us, like this brother, we can all better come together and support this brother. and help and encourage his brother, help the family and help him out. This is how we get taken advantage of because we still divided as people. And this is what they doing down in Mississippi. If they can do that in Mississippi, they can do it to any city, any state. They do this because we're not united as people. And we're lacking in our knowledge. We're lacking in our history, our self-identity. We're lacking in our awareness. We're lacking in our thinking as people. We're trauma people, PTSD, PTSS, post-traumatic slave syndrome. We're damaged, And it shows. I understand, I feel for my people being scared, don't want to stand up and not willing anyone to stand up. But just think about it. Is it benefiting you just sitting back, not doing nothing? That little girl I talked about yesterday was 11 years old. 13 and 15-year-olds getting killed every day because we're lacking in leadership and guidance as people. We can all do our own research and do our homework and reprogram ourselves so we can really come together as a group of people. This is our problem, man. They programmed us to stay in our place. They programmed us to go chase the bag and work for the very people that enslaved our people. We're working for the same enemies that did our ancestors wrong. Our group of people intentionally divided us, intentionally murdered and killed us, intentionally enjoyed lynching us and smiling in pictures. But we had a lot of great people that stood up for us. And we got to stand up for ourselves as people right now, people. I know it's not going to be easy. But it's only one way to do it. We got to build a village. We got to build a community. And it starts with yourself. It starts in your own home. You got to work on yourself, within yourself. You got to work on healing yourself, but you can't heal if you don't even know what damaged you in order to heal, in order to grow. Drinking and smoking, it might ease the pain for that time, but I don't know if you paid attention, the cost of living ain't got cheaper. And last time I checked, smoking and drinking ain't empowered us as people or as individuals. It weakens us. I did it too. I'm not perfect, man. That's why I'm telling we can all do this together. Let's be honest. Let's grow together. Let's grow from within. Let's grow from within. We can do this together. But if you don't see what happened to us, you want to know when to duck and dodge in order to jab or duck. You wouldn't know. You don't see what's being afflicted upon you because you didn't let them groom us like the schools. I take it real personally because they intentionally lied to our children in history. You name everything they doing in school. It's not empowering us. They got the teachers' hands tied. I haven't heard white teachers say it on TikTok. We know it. It's rules to it. They don't let them talk about critical race theory. It's the reason why. They don't want us to be talking and teaching kids for what they did to us, where these kids be like, man, that's wrong. And them people need their reparations. And it's wrong what those people did to us as people and what they doing to this very day. This system is designed. This is where you can go anywhere in this world to see us as people at the bottom. And you got a lot of sellouts that stand in a mansion because they choose to be in a place. But you working with the same program and you're a victim too. Be honest. Is it benefiting you, empowering you with your bag of money in your mansion? If you cool with that and you cool letting your kids gonna get taken advantage of, anything can happen because we don't got no protection. Well, stay in your lane and stay in your place. It's real simple how I'm getting to it. Stand up or shut up. Because I got a bunch of people that are always hating in my comments. Because I choose to stand up. Don't hate me because I choose to stand up. I made a choice. I ain't a coward. I ain't a chump. I ain't a dog. I'm a man. I stand upright. Like I tell people in my videos and say, maybe your back start hurting. If you stand upright, stick your chest out, be proud of who you are. But most people ain't proud of who they are because they don't know who they are. They're still using the old program. Knowledge is power. It can change your thought process, and that can trickle down into your behavior. That change your actions. Change your actions. Change your actions, and that can change your mindset. Trauma. We are trauma people, and we must work on fixing that, rebuilding that. We program the condition in the system. Be awakened for a changed mindset. Wake up, my people. The lack of knowledge is a lack of power, and we're lacking it. Just look in the mirror and realize what's really going on. Why are we fighting each other? You know, the gun is getting pulled by the operator. How people say when you're working and you're running a machine, the operator's problem. When you're messing up, if I'm the operator and I'm running machinery, just like a gun, I'm running the gun. I'm operating the machinery, which is a gun. That's the error. I'm the problem. Mental problem. Mental crisis going around the world. It ain't just us. I'm just 100% focused on us as people because there's so much attention been done to us as people. Just look at what they've done and just look at what we've been through. The history says it all. We was rudely interrupted. Something happened to us. They enslaved our people, divided and conquered us. Like we still eat chillings. That's how we did from back then. We still not eating right. Not speaking for all, but I'm just saying what we all need to do. Reprogram ourselves and take care of ourselves and stand up for ourselves so we can stand up for each other. We can't do nothing together unless you be awakening. Unless you reprogram yourself. I can't stand and fight for you and fight with you if you're using the old program. I'm tired of being taken advantage of. I'm tired of seeing our children kill each other because they listen to that deaf culture music. It's sad. It's sad to see the condition we in as people. But you got to look at the history, what happened to us in the stages for us. Before we was enslaved, before they rudely interrupted us. And then when they did enslave us, then after slavery for us, segregation, and they was lynching us like crazy. And then you go after that for us when we was working and building up, how they had race massacres everywhere, just killing us, massive grave sites everywhere, memorial. Man, I don't want no damn memorial. That's not no peace for us as people. Are we serious? Who's signing off on this? Lord, I want to go to the one in Alabama showing all the people that have been lynched. There's another one in New York that I don't really know about at all, about a massive grave. You know, it's a slap in our face. Give us we demand our reparations so we can rebuild and heal. Get some counseling. But you can work on this yourself. You got to see it. You got to believe it. Because once you start getting the knowledge, it's going to change your life. This is how they program. This is why we stay sitting back. Because we program to live and do this. I understand you got to make a decision. But it's really not hard for me. Because I can get pulled off for no damn reason. For using a fake 20. Don't forget about George Floyd. For selling loose cigarettes. Just trying to make a living. Don't forget about Eric Garden. Playing in the park. Playing with a fake gun. Playing as a kid. Tamir Rice Don't forget about our people. Asia, she was in her house, in her home. Black on black violence. There's so many things that's going on, and it's right in our face. The main problem is our own selves, our self-destruction. You cool with a liquor store on each corner? You cool with all these misguided religions and churches everywhere around us? I use a little bit of my brother Michael X philosophy. Put your religion to the side. Put your sexuality to the side. Put your occupation to the side. Put all that to the side and be black. Black first. Be one. I'm just trying to get you to understand. I'm trying to get you to see it. If you don't see it, how do you expect the people to see it? If you don't see it, how will anybody see it? You got to see it for yourself. You got to believe it. We can't keep on sitting back as we keep getting kicked down in this damn system. It's designed to keep us where we at. We got to build something. And it starts with yourself. Self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-educate. Transform, reprogram this mind. We're POWs. Tell me how we're not. They dragged us over here. We was kidnapped over here. And they took the land because we was already over here, if you knew your history. Curious, you know your history. It's going to blow your mind. They say if you want to hide something, put in a book. They hide something. They hide something. Think about it. They hide something in the books, you know. That's why you got to buy the books. That's why you got to buy them. You can't go to the library and get a lot of these books. Nah, you can't. I mean, that's why I'm encouraging you. I can't make you stand up. You got to be woke and willing to stand up. Because once you be woke and you know what's going on, you know what's been thrown at us, you'll know what's holding us down, like they held our brother George Floyd down, how they choked Eric Garden out, how they take our lives and our breath and our peace of mind away. You would change your mind. You would. I'm going to leave with that. We get taken advantage of. Because we in our own lane. We get taken advantage of because we using our own program. We get taken advantage of because we stuck in this system that's designed to keep us right where we at. Nice and content. As long as I'm chasing the bag, I'm satisfied. I don't need that, nigga. I don't need that. Stop it. We need each other. It's time to be awoke. It's time to be awakened. Change. Be a radical thinker for a changed mindset. Man, be a subscriber, like my videos. Support your brother, man. Get a t-shirt. Let me show you a few hoodies I got. I just did. I'm going to tap out of here. I got multiple clothing, man. Get your hoodie. Genuine good clothing. You know, wear something to stand for something. Wear something to stand for something. You know what I mean? You tell me what Nike do for the black community. You tell me what Tommy Hilfiger do for the community. You tell me what Adidas do for the community that we rock. You know what I mean? You tell me what Timberland do for the community. You tell me. Because I can tell you what I do for the community, uplifting our community. I got 2 events this year. We got Camp Power. It's going to be on June 23rd to 25th. I believe that's the weekend. And we're going to have a block party. And just keep on watching me. Because I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not great at this, you know, because this is not my style. This is just a way for me to open up, to show y'all what we doing, what we need to do as people, work on transforming as individuals so we can empower ourselves, so we can empower the group. That's what must be done. You know, you got to see it for yourself. I'm working on it every day, and I'm not distracted with the video games and TV and being in on my phone. I'm focused on the group, but I got to be more focused on myself to even be seeing what's been intentionally afflicted upon us as a group, because we are getting oppressed as a group. This is why we got to push back. That's why they don't want us to unite. This is why when a couple of slaves got together, 2 or 3, they'd break them apart. It ain't no different from a job. Because as soon as I'm with somebody talking, before you know it, here they come. Hey, y'all stop talking. You know, they want us to keep us content and keep us in our places working. You know, why y'all think it's a liquor store and a church on each corner everywhere? You know, that's something they allow. You let me know if the liquor store empowering us. You let me know if all these churches that's in our neighborhood empowering us. If you know your history, you'll know the church was upstairs and the slave dungeon was downstairs. Know your facts. Know your facts. I don't know it all, but I know facts. I work on my knowledge. I'm working. I'm encouraging you to see it for yourself. You probably know what our kids going to be against because it's against us right now. I'm just trying to give us some tools. Trying to give us some tools and the solution where we can just be better as a group. Because I'm tired of losing. Don't matter what's in your bank account, Jordan. Don't matter what's in your bank account, Jay-Z. You look at the map, the diagram. We're all getting intentionally held at the bottom as the group being oppressed. Don't matter where you go. As an African, as a black man or girl, we're at the bottom. When will you wake up to fight back and say, I'm tired of losing because I'm tired of losing. Enough is enough. Make a decision. But if you don't care, this is not for you. If you cool rocking with the system and being in your lane and being content, cool with this design system that's against us, this is not for you. Stay in your mansion. Stay in your hotel. Stay in your house. Stay in the woods. Stay where you keep doing what you've been doing. Because I'm trying to change the narrative for us as people so we can really have a real change for us, our minds, and a real change for us as people. The minute I start loving myself as much as I love my house and my family, I can love the people. But I can't love nobody else if I ain't loving myself. Well, it's about the same color. But this is genuine clothing. I'm telling you. Good clothing. Something you'll love to represent instead of Nike saying just do it. Just do what? What do Nike do for us? Just do. Just do what? They ain't encouraging you to stand up for yourself. They ain't encouraging you. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving no money in our name. Why we rock any brand? Like I said, you should be having nothing but knockoffs off. You shouldn't be wearing the brand because if it could be a knockoff and you still represent Nike, you know what I'm saying? It still defeats the purpose. Where's something for some power? That we standing up and we rising up as that fist rise up, but we can't rise up together to really have that power because we like this. But close that fist, that's impact. That's going to destroy something. That's going to respect something because we demand our respect. Get a hoodie. I can personally make you a hoodie. It just costs you more, you know. Get something, you know. I got gear, genuine clothing, you know. I'm just trying to make a change for us. But you got to see it. You know, knowledge is the key. The lack of knowledge is a lack of power. And we lacking our knowledge. We lacking. We're the only group of people that's so gifted. You got to know why they enslaved us. Because we're creators, inventor people. It's one coincidence why they enslaved us. We're one with the land. We know how to form. It's that simple. Look at the pyramids. They don't know how we did it, period. They just don't, you know. There's no why and how, though. I'm just trying to give y'all the outlet to see it for yourself. If you don't see it, who will see it? Who will see it? Huh? You got to see it. You. Open your mind. You got that closed mind. You're so content. I know it's a tough decision when you're seeing us getting brutally murdered, man, but that's why I'm standing up. I can easily just get beat up by police and they get away with it. Then what can I say? Nothing. I'm dead and gone. I choose to stand up and fight back like now. Not later, not tomorrow. I ain't ready yet. When you gonna get ready? You see what's going on in Mississippi? You see what's going on? They picking us off left and right. People talking about it ain't a time when you get ready. You stay ready. You don't get ready. You stay ready. You stay ready. You stay ready. When is enough gonna be enough? Just let me know. You know, when you gonna start rebuilding and self-healing yourself? Or you probably ain't gonna never do it because you don't even know what happened to you. You don't even know you've been programmed. You probably don't know the POW is an African. POWs, prisoners of war. Understand what they did to us. They snatched our history from us. They snatched our identity from us. They snatched our peace of mind from us. That's what happened. I'm tap out of here. Till next time, let's protect each other, unite with each other, be powerful. Stay focused, my people.